Well, all you listeners of the madness out there, seeing the fact that we are fastly approaching the midnight hour and it's just about that time for us to hit the old dusty trail, we might as well bring control of the television sets back to you, the listeners of the madness at home, and bring Under the Radar for this week to an emphatic close. But don't worry, if you miss anything from this dose of madness we were able to give you for this week, we got you covered, because you can catch it again one more time, all the time, on our SoundCloud, Facebook, or even Tumblr pages, all named the same, only known as Music Village Radio under the hashtag Under the Radar 268. And according to Maestro and my Math Muncher set over in the corner, all of those numbers are divisible by 2. You want to bring that up again with the Math Munchers? Well, besides that, folks, if you guys want to figure out whether crazy and zany things that we still got prepared for these remaining days of this month of independence heading directly into the summer of RPG, like Maestro bringing up several problems that I wasn't able to solve back in middle school many years ago, you can go ahead and check it out on our Twitter/YouTube pages, still named the same, only known as TWO Agent 0012. And the Maestro would also tell me that number is divisible by 12 as well. Cut it out! And before we head out for the night, we would like to thank, as always, you, the listeners of the madness out there, for listening in to a very special midweek madness edition of Under the Radar. And if you guys and girls out there like what you heard, go out there and spread the word. You know what? Like Gramps from that What a Cartoon called Gramps. Yeah, you know, PR department knows where I'm going with this one and knows what line I'm about to use, so they're already getting the little tiny robots on strings for it. But those weren't robots. Well, we would also like to thank you, the independent artists out there, for delivering that musical goodness like you always do. And keep up the great work, guys, because your musical goodness always gives us late night inspiration to come up with these crazy shows. And shows that are also filled with madness. So keep that music coming. And speaking of people we need to thank over and over again for their musical contributions of madness, we would like to thank our musical guest, none other than Tekno AXE with his song Sunrise Over Los Angeles that was featured during the outro for this week's edition of Under the Radar. And like always, Tekno AXE, keep that music coming, and we can't wait to see what you guys got coming down the tubes next. And finally, last but not least, we would like to thank you, the independent gamers out there, for coming out with all those sweet, sweet video game hits, clips, tracks, stunts, and movies we had a chance to mention during this week's show. And like always, guys, keep up the great work, and to you crazy stunners out there, we managed to get you on set for the next big blockbuster film as a stunt double. Yeah. We managed to get in touch with Spielberg and I do believe Rodriguez, what's his name, to get you a part of one of those films? Yeah, Robert Rodriguez, that's his name. Thanks, Maestro. So, make sure you're prepared for that and hopefully you don't have a concussion. And I guess with everybody thanked, you guys out there, now we go out. I'm DJ Smokey on behalf of the Maestro and for this month of independence for this show saying, and then the aliens invaded. But most importantly, when there's smoke, there's fire. And always remember, no matter what time of the day this show may air, during whatever sort of hump week we decide to try to go over or under with this said show, filled with plenty of madness, movies, stunts, and other things that we were able to grab from this weekend all the way to the middle of the week, just to give you a boost to get right over that hump and probably go right over the weekend with it as well, to keep flying low and stay under the radar. Good night, everybody.
12.